Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2 of our script. Let's get right into today's video. An hour-long podcast was just dropped with Garlinghouse, and you are not going to believe what was said in here. They talk about Black Swan. Can Bitcoin be taken out? What is the short-term outlook for the crypto ecosystem, 5 to 10 years? And you're going to see and hear a little bit of shady activity that the SEC tried doing on Ripple, but they were too smart for them. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's set the tone. Look at what the SEC tried to do.
I mean, another thing which is sort of known publicly, but I had the opportunity personally to settle for what I would call a relatively de minimis amount of money where I could have just been out of it.
Really?
I could have been out of it. Chris Larson was out of it. They wouldn't do that with Ripple. But so what they're doing is trying to manipulate the narrative. Hey, we settled with the CEO. We settled with the chairman, but we're going to go after Ripple. They're a bad actor. It looks bad.
That actually would have looked bad. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, but this is just a tip of the iceberg. If you guys want to watch the full episode, I'll leave the link in the description down below. This is going to be a little bit of a teaser. If you guys are, already outside working, can't watch the full hour, I'm only going to give you short snippets. And let's see if we could get World Class to 1,000 subscribers. He's at 649. Let's see if we could get him to 1,000 subscribers because this podcast is amazing. But listen to this part about Tether and what Brad Garlinghouse says about a Black Swan event.
Do I think there's going to be another Black Swan? Of course, 100%. I just don't know exactly what it is. The only one that's going to be an interesting one to watch, and I don't even know how he calls a Black Swan because I feel like Black Swan by definition can't really be, it's like
predicted.
Oh, didn't see that happening.
Yeah.
The U.S. government is going after Tether. That is clear to me. I view Tether as a very important part of the ecosystem, and I don't know how to predict
the impact that will have on the rest of the ecosystem.
Yeah.
I know we can't really predict anything, right? We predicted a lot of stuff on this channel that actually came out to be true, but I provided you guys hardcore evidence and conflicts of interest with USDT and them not wanting to, abide by regulatory standards across different jurisdictions. That's a big red flag. And the United States, unfortunately, is going after USDT. And whoever says otherwise, they're honestly, I don't even know what they're watching. 100x possibility. Listen to what he says here.
So I think it's inevitable. And it's inevitable that, right now we talking about is $2.5 trillion. Do I think this is an easy 10x over the next 5 to 10 years? Yeah, no problem. That doesn't freak me out when I say that at all.
That's conservative. If you
that feels safe. I mean, to the earlier conversation about asymmetric returns, is there a chance that it's 100x in that time frame? It feels aggressive, but I don't know. I think that
100x, but I don't know, because this thing can blow up. And can you just imagine what they talk about closed door meetings in terms of how big this market's going to get? If that is the type of answer we're getting on camera, I mean, and you guys have seen me show you guys other videos of other, high-end individuals talking about trillions in daily volume, trillions, 50 trillion, 40 trillion, 400 trillion. We're unlocking something that we have never seen before. Our minds haven't been programmed to it. Remember what I said in my previous video. But listen to this part where he's asked if, Bitcoin can be taken out.
Yeah.
Is it possible to take out Bitcoin, for instance? Do you think there's any sort of technological thing that could take out Bitcoin, high performance computing or quantum computing or any, there's a lot of rumors out there, but I'm curious from a technologist standpoint too, are there any existential threats to the core asset propping this entire ecosystem up?
Yeah. I'm not smart enough to say yes.
Yeah.
I would say, look, as much as I think Chris Larson is genius level, being able to see around corners about where the world's going, David Schwartz, the chief technology officer at Ripple, and really one of the architects of the XRP ledger. I mean, this guy's genius level on technology that I'm just like, I'm in awe of being able to work with him. I did call him once, and I'm like, I had some conversation with somebody who's in quantum computing, and I was kind of like, should I be worried about this? And he walked me through why he felt this isn't like a little bit like that's a red herring. That's not a real thing. And he kind of explained to me why he felt that way. And so I won't bore people with kind of some of his arguments here, but I think there will be black swans. I don't think one of them is going to be the risk of quantum computing to the crypto market at large.
And I think that's a really interesting response because he didn't really answer the question. And I'll give you guys an answer. In the long run, is there a black swan event on Bitcoin? In my opinion, 100% yes, there will be a black swan event on Bitcoin. But let's continue on to having patience and why it's so crucial and why you shouldn't be worried about short-term price action and why you should just honestly just STFU. Like, I mean, we're so early, just hang in there. Like, we're all in this together.
Cycle, not putting a specific time frame on it. I think I've been in crypto, really for maybe, over 10 years since I've owned Bitcoin, but 9 years at Ripple. The thing that's really hard for me to predict are the timelines.
Correct.
I give my closest friends the advice of just like, you got to think long term. You can't think about where this is going to be in 5 weeks or 5 months. Where is it going to be in 5 years? I mean, frankly, I'd like to be able to say, like, think about where it's going to be in 50 years.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Link in the description down below for the full video, for the full podcast. Let's see if we could get world class to 1,000 subscribers. And we will be back with another video. But this just, again, it's pretty much what we have been saying on this channel since inception, but coming out of Brad Garlinghouse's mouth.
Building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.